Stanley Kubrick, the visionary director, was at the forefront of countless filmographic achievements. Truly ahead of his time, Kubrick challenged everything. What we hold dear, who we hold dear. He was the one to make us think. Few directors before the age of 40 could give us the comedic masterpiece of Strangelove, nor the technological breakthrough that was 2001. But by 1971, few knew how far he could take cinema. A Clockwork Orange was disgusting. The then unfamiliar sights of rape and murder in film, Kubrick took his audience to the edge and beyond. But how can film provoke such a reaction? One that inspires some leaving the cinema to rape and kill. Kubrick was a director who noticed a flaw, a gap in society, and plugged it with unparalleled filmography. If it be impossible technology or Cold War satire, these refreshing story elements have led each of his films to be hailed as classics today. Kubrick, unlike many filmmakers in modern Hollywood, used the violence in A Clockwork Orange perfectly. If you ask anyone who saw the film its original run, they will undoubtedly tell you how awfully violent scenes were depicted, how gruesome the acts of our protagonist. In fact, ask any modern audience what they thought of Alex's actions and they, in turn, will say the same. Ironically, what is shown in films on television these days, however, is much more gratuitous and gory, and is glossed over in our society. What then makes Alex's masochist actions so much more a point of contention in our society? How is it that audiences are disgusted by Clockwork Orange, but not the blood and gore in modern films? Many would argue it's down to desensitization, the effect armies experience where prolonged exposure to violence numbs the mind, and they'd be completely on the money. However, I would say it's more about purpose or intent. You see, when an antagonist's intentions are vague or shrouded in mystery, the natural dramatic tension increases throughout the plot. This is an unexpected purpose. For example, Heath Ledger's Joker, featured in The Dark Knight, subscribes to a philosophy of absurdism. In the film, we as an audience never truly know his plan, whether it's to kill the Batman, invoke anarchy in Gotham City, or both. This particular point is one many use to criticise Nolan's film. However, I would claim it works to maximum effect. This mystery intrigues audiences. Questions regarding his overarching plans are one that demand answers, but we are never given them. This makes the Joker's personality one that is much more believable, but most important, genuinely scary. One moment that stands out when first viewing the film is the pencil scene, for its unpredictability.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my boy here pull your head off.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's gone.
Not only does it captivate audiences in the cinema, but its effect is then relayed on the screen when the mob of Gotham City is captivated by the comedian's magic trick. And from this, it only continues. The satirical nature that is so compellingly unexpected endures for the remainder of the film, and propels Heath Ledger's Joker among Oscar-winning performances. So what type of violence doesn't affect us? With CGI becoming increasingly complex, the array of actions one character can perform has grown tremendously. This is seen particularly in The Hobbit's third installment, The Battle of the Five Armies. Once Smaug is vanquished and the army of orcs arrive, we can see 5 races fight for the Lonely Mountain. As well as becoming quite saturated, the fight endures for a good 45 minutes, with each battle maneuver partaking in a series of one-upmanships in an attempt to be the coolest. Not only leaving audiences feeling a bit overwhelmed, one can't help feeling disconnected. And this is the problem with large-scale battles. Troops used to propel their leaders to victory are generic soldiers, with one intent: to kill, fulfilling their expected purpose. Our main character Alex continues to scare audiences today due to his enigma-like quality, something him and the Joker share. To us, he looks and speaks like a teenage boy, but is fundamentally evil. On top of this, his actions become more and more violent, from beating up a tramp to actually killing people for pleasure, to satisfy an urge the likes of which are contrived by Patrick Bateman's imagination. All the while, audiences are strung along as his values in life become more and more shrouded. His actions, one that would generate pain and disgust in an audience member, are connected in Alex's mind to pleasure and happiness. When at the writer's house, he hums and recites Singing in the Rain, a song that explores the thrill of falling in love.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
He instead uses it to bring his audience's attention sideways from the screams of a raped woman to his innermost monstrous delight. This is the contradiction that genuinely scares us, and makes Alex that much more scary. But towards the end, once he is cured by doctors ignorant to the fact he is capable of the harshest acts known to man, he is let free and audiences hear his last words. Only then can we see that Stanley Kubrick understood the purpose of violence perfectly.